There are 5 main methods of collecting data through questionnaires, such as interviews, telephone, post, internet and email. Interview methods. This method of questionnaire is called personal interview, which entails the interviewer asking the interviewee various questions face to face. This method can take place in a wide range of environments, from the home to the street. Telephone. This method of questionnaire is fast and immediate. It is a very popular form of questionnaire as vast majority of homes have a landline. This method can be done without ever leaving the office. Post. This is a method which involves sending out a questionnaire by post to various addresses. It will take longer to formulate, but the results can be rewarding. This method requires using the postal service. Internet. This method of questionnaire is quite successful in gaining in popularity. It involves putting up a questionnaire on the internet or an existing website. Email. Email is also a very good method of questionnaire as it is fast, effective and economical. It entails sending out questionnaires to various email addresses. We've created a closed loop circle for questionnaires in usability evaluation. Also to help us, we use these two guys, open and close-ended questions. Open format. It allows for exploration of a large range of possible themes arising from an issue. It can also be used even if a comprehensive range of alternative choices can't be compiled. Close-ended questions. That is forced choice format. Easy and quick to fill in, minimises discretion against the less illiterate, easy to code, record and analyse the results, and it's also easy to report your results. Now back to the closed loop cycle. Design. When a product opportunity opens in the market, it's up to the designer to solve it quickly and effectively. By applying questionnaires to existing products and designers of existing products, he will understand where research needs to be applied. This line of questioning will more than likely be close-ended, with questions such as, how would you rate existing products, or do you find this comfortable? Research. Once the product opportunity is found and the designer has discovered the foundations of it, the product research can take over. Now you find your target population and create goals when applying the questionnaire. You will more likely use open-ended questions to find out as much as you can about your target population, such as, what do they find negative about the existing products? Concept realization. In this stage, the designer tries to realize the concepts of the product or system through emailing picture questionnaires or picture interviews. Using open-ended questions, we can really get a sense of the right direction. Prototype testing. This stage, the design team can create prototypes and test them through interviewing. The main benefits of this is that the target population can use the designs and just answer the questions verbally. Marketing. As for this stage, we can use telephone, internet and email through using both an open and closed-ended questions. But the most important thing is, at this stage, is to get as much unbiased information as possible. Product. This is a stage when the product is being used by the population. Through giving post-questionnaires in the product, we can gain more information. This area we would mostly use open-ended questions because we need to get a real personal response back from the users. Re-evaluation. Now we're coming back to the designer with questions we've created to improve the product. With these new goals that we found through the different questionnaire methods, using open and close-ended question, we can improve the product and make it better for the user. Interview. Advantages. The big advantage of interviewing people is the participants can physically hold the product. They can see, feel, taste the product for greater feedback. The interviews can be done on site, for example, straight after exiting a shop. That way you know the target population has definitely used the product. The interviewer can also Ask questions that a written question would not be able to answer. Disadvantages. To get people for that one-on-one interview, you will more likely have to pay the participants for their time. Another disadvantage is one-on-one interviews take a lot longer to conduct than just a regular written questionnaire. Sometimes in one-on-one situations, participants are more likely to give biased answers. They may feel influenced to give answers that the investigator wants to hear. Telephone. Advantages. An advantage of conducting a questionnaire by telephone is that feedback is relatively quick. The investigator will receive immediate feedback from their questions. Another advantage of being able to speak on the telephone is that if anything is unclear, the investigator can clarify the issue relatively quickly. CATI, or Computer Assisted Telephone Interviewing, can automatically detect tones that are dialed and automatically calculate the results. Disadvantage. Telephone questionnaires have a bad reputation. The majority of people will not take them if asked. In modern times, both male and female are at work during the day. This leaves a small window of opportunity to ring, usually between 6 and 9 p.m. This may interrupt dinner or their favourite programs. Because you are asking a questionnaire over the phone, the investigator has no way of physically showing the participants the product. Post. Advantages. In comparison to paying for interviews, Post is a relatively cheap source of questionnaire. An advantage of posting out questionnaires is that pictures or samples of the product can be introduced for better feedback. Posting a questionnaire allows the participant to respond at their own leisure and makes feedback less biased. Disadvantages. The biggest drawback of post interviews is time. The time duration of sending and receiving the mail can be quite lengthy. Typically, there is a very low response time to this type of questionnaire also. The majority of people will tend to see this post as junk mail and may even throw it out. Email. Advantages. The best aspect of emailing questionnaires is the speed. You can reach a large population very quickly and the response times are usually relatively low. There's also no cost involved in emailing questionnaires as it's all done online. Because of the convenience of filling out a questionnaire online, you are more likely to partake in this questionnaire. Disadvantages. Due to large amounts of spam emails circling the internet, questionnaires are often treated like this and not answered. The results may be also slightly biased as people can fill out the questionnaire more than once. To reach large populations, you require their email address. This could be difficult in acquiring or may need the need of purchasing an email list. Internet. Advantages. A good advantage of web-based questionnaires is the speed in which they can be conducted. The entire questionnaire can be completed within just a few clicks of a mouse. Another advantage of conducting it online is the results are calculated automatically. Again, there is virtually no cost in conducting this questionnaire online. Disadvantages. The results may be slightly biased as somebody could fill out the survey more than once. With conducting an online questionnaire, you are never quite sure of your target population as anyone can fill it in. In addition to that, you are not quite sure if equal numbers of male and female are both participating in the questionnaire. There are 7 main steps in designing a questionnaire for your usability evaluation. Goals. Goals include deciding what you want to learn, who you want to learn it of, and what you want to ask them. If your goals are unclear, then your results will be unclear. Samples. Samples are required to accurately find your target population. The larger the sample group, the more precise you will be in choosing the correct type of people for your questionnaire. Method. The next step is choosing the method that best suits your questionnaire or your target population. There are 5 main methods to choose from, varying from interview to questionnaire.